Okay, so the Assassin's Creed Showcase was today, and a lot was unveiled. So we're going to go over that and discuss my thoughts on whether the series is going in a positive direction or a negative direction. And I think it's honestly fairly split. So let's discuss it. Now, I've been a fan for most of my life. I replayed all the games back in 2020, and I played them all throughout my time growing up. The games mean a lot to me, which is why I was super excited when they announced this showcase. Now, the games have always meant a lot to me. I grew up playing them, and I even replayed most of them in 2020. So it's been a long, long road. I've had a lot of time to think about what I like in these games and what I dislike in these games, and how Ubisoft tends to take inspiration in putting it in a very nice way in making these games and coming up with the themes. For example, today Ubisoft revealed Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which is going to be a Japanese setting, which has been a highly requested game setting since the inception. People love samurai swords, they love ninjas, and they love Japan. And with the huge success of Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro, it was only a matter of time before they fully put their foot in the door into the Japanese setting. Now, personally, I'm okay with this. I really like Japan as a setting, and just the feel and the vibrance of the landscape in all those games. Like Ghost of Tsushima has some of my favorite visuals in recent memory as far as that kind of game goes. Its sound design is genuinely mesmerizing. I really hope Ubisoft just goes ahead and plucks some ideas from Ghost's book, which I'm sure they will. They clearly did that with Valhalla and Witcher, even though Witcher is a vastly superior game and not needlessly long like Valhalla. I'm sure they'll take inspiration. Now let's move on to Assassin's Creed Mirage. And this is probably one I have the most to say about because as a old school fan, I guess I should label myself. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 were what got me into the franchise. But Assassin's Creed 1, it's the Middle East, the Third Crusade. It has such a unique feel to it among the games, and I really think they want to try and capture that feel again and rehook the old school fans who have become disheartened with the franchise. And let's be real, we have reason to. The franchise has definitely been struggling over these last few entries. It's been a rough road, and it seems like they want to recapture that with Mirage. The thing is, it's made in the same engine as Valhalla because it was originally intended as Valhalla DLC. There's only so much they can do. They really need to overhaul the stealth that was in Valhalla. If they haven't tweaked the way the stealth system works in Valhalla, this game is going to fail miserably at what I think it's trying to do, which is capture that old Assassin's Creed vibe, that old Assassin's Creed feeling, that old Assassin's Creed fantasy of being an assassin. I really think it will strip that. They also only showed a cinematic unless I blinked and missed gameplay, which is never a good sign. I'm one of those people who, don't get me wrong, I love the Assassin's Creed cinematics because they're always good looking and so well done. Some of my favorite gaming memories are watching the Brotherhood reveal trailer, the cinematic. But come on, show me gameplay. If you're trying to hook me with this old feeling, this feeling of nostalgia that I get when I put in the old Assassin's Creed games, show me gameplay. Prove to me that this game is going to capture that feeling, and don't just say, "Hey, look, we at Ubisoft love you guys. So pre-order our game right now, and we promise we'll deliver," because they've promised in the past, and they have dreadfully failed. Moving on to Assassin's Creed Hexe, and this one is definitely the one I have the least to say, because I really don't know what to think. I didn't watch too much of the reveal. Admittedly, even for Hexe, I saw it on Twitter. This is definitely one of those that maybe I got water or something during this reveal. But like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't really have any reason to feel invested, right? So I don't care. There. That's it. Moving on to Valhalla. Now, Valhalla is getting its final chapter, which I assume is more paid DLC because knowing Ubisoft, they wouldn't make it free. My thoughts on this are, God, please, Eivor, become an assassin. Let Eivor be an assassin. Please. People have been asking for this for so long because that's very obviously where Eivor's character arc was going, and then they just scrapped it. And a lot of people, I heard, conjecture about them wanting to sell more DLCs. You know, obviously her becoming an assassin during the DLC. The reason I am a staunch, I think is the word, I'm a big defender of Origins because with Origins, you had this character arc. You go through, you know, you're trying to get revenge for your son. Then you realize, I've got my revenge. What's left for me? Well, I can make sure others don't get hurt. You found the creed, and the DLC, you go in and you actually play as a hidden one. And that was fantastic. I loved the DLC for Origins. That was some money well spent, especially the first DLC. And those robes, chef's kiss. Wonderful. Wonderful robes. Like, where's this going? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to ramble about this too much. I'm going to buy the DLC because I have an addiction to this franchise. However, if Eivor doesn't become an assassin in the end and you see reviews, don't buy it. It's not going to be an Assassin's Creed DLC. It's going to be a Viking DLC. So Assassin's Creed Jade is definitely the reveal that gets me the most annoyed and disappointed because Ancient China is one of my most requested settings. I want that setting so bad. Xiao Jun should not have been relegated to a side game, but she was, and it is what it is. However, I incredibly implore you not to download and play Assassin's Creed Jade, because it is a mobile game. It being set in Ancient China is very clear as to why they made it a mobile game, because the Chinese mobile market is the biggest market on the planet. If you want to make a game that will make money, market it to that audience. Simple as that. You will make money. The problem is, Ancient China deserves a full-scale console game. Assassin's Creed has always been a console franchise, and I'm okay with them trying to branch. I am. But as an avid disliker of mobile games, I genuinely think mobile games, now exclusive to mobile, there are certain games that are on mobile and console that work fine. Exclusively mobile games are actively negative for gaming as a whole, and the practices that are used in them to profit infiltrate console games, which is not good. That right there warrants a whole other video. But my initial opinion on Assassin's Creed Jade is do not download it, do not play it, do not interact with it. Please. Other than that, I have a very mixed bag of emotions, but tell me what you think in the comments. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and subscribe. I'm kind of just going to ramble about anything I want on this channel for a little while till I hit something that works. So go ahead. If you liked what you saw, stick around. Other than that, I've been your host, Les Eating Walrus. Have a wonderful rest of your day.